Chiefs had a lot of success throwing the football last week, but the same throwing lanes haven't been there. Pick it up early in the first. Smith.
Yeah, that's perfect. 2. Davis. Deep. Hey, I gotta go. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the third quarter. The Broncos defense getting ready to go. They're going to need to do better than they did in that first half. I think anytime you give up 3 or more touchdowns in a half, you're not very happy.
And maybe you take your scouting report or your game plan. In some cases, you may throw out parts of it. It's just not working for you. That's where the adjustments come in. Guys, that doesn't work. You fall back on things that you've used before that do, and you go out and you give it another shot.
They're searching for the right formula. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too. Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're...
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jeremy Maclin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, Lynch. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The NFL sack leader from 2014, Justin Houston, in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football and not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The play clock's running down. They go again with Davis. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Penalty marker is down here.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Smith turns and gives to West. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here's Charles. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Move, 45! Move, 45! Hey, 96 is coming. Go fight 96. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Over! Tag dog. Under! Hey! Under!
On first down, it's Smith. A dump off for Charles. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now West. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll run again here with West. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go back to Riddick. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
A first down carry here for Charles. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On second down, Jamal Charles. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They come up in an offset eye. On the toss, there goes West. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Lynch to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, Lynch. And he gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Lynch to throw, and that is incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
And now here comes Kansas City. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock. And
he lost the football. Charles loses it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
What I have observed over the years is that the faster the running back, like a guy like Jamal Charles, sometimes the more they have to focus on not dropping the football. What I mean by that is oftentimes they're so fast they get the ball away from their body because they do that sprinter's run. And he had a costly one on a Thursday night. You remember that one against Denver? Just had another one here.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now here comes Kansas City. On the run, it's Charles. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Lynch. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Justin Houston in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. They come up in an offset eye. A toss play. Here comes Charles. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, I'll make this one really simple. When Jamal Charles is up.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Smith setting up the screen for West. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So we got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage.
Oh, yeah.